All right, the Raiders get a triple dose of good news as the preseason is winding down. Last preseason game coming up here. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but this channel is fully dedicated to teams that get overlooked by the national media. And love what the Raiders are doing. Excited to see them. They're in a tough division. Actually, not even a tough division. They're in a fun division is what I would put it. Chargers are going to be good. The Chiefs are the Chiefs, and the Broncos are just right there. And now the Raiders, much like the Lions for years, we try to convince ourselves that we're going to be all right this year. And it's like deep down we know. It's like, no, we have no chance. Now you literally do. You've got a coach, you've got a quarterback, you've got weapons, defense is coming around. So first good news is that tonight, at the time of the recording, the preseason game's coming up in like 12 hours. You're not going to play any starters. Perfect. That was announced by Pete Carroll. It's like, yeah, well, they're going to go live or they're going to be live. He says some word like that. You're like, what are we doing? We're playing the starters? No, not playing the starters. That's good news number one. Good news number two. Trey Tucker continues to be this forgotten weapon that if you combine him with your tight end along with your two rookie wide receivers, all of a sudden you've got like this, wait a second, we've got some depth at wide receiver. Trey Tucker is really the key to this. And what I love him is this tweet sums it up perfect. Crushing it in training camp. So it's like clearly things are working. He's getting it. Third year in the NFL. That's what they say is the biggest jump. Second to third year. Geno Smith, his best QB, like has a chance now. His first 2 years in the league, it's like, what am I going to do with this? Chip Kelly offense. Great run blocker. That's such a big deal in the NFL. If you want to stay on the field, it's like, yeah, catch touchdowns. Yeah, no crap. Catch first downs. Yeah, no crap. Run block. Coaches eat that crap up. They love it. And improved hands. So Trey Tucker's this forgotten guy. And this is good news number two because this rounds out the weapons now that you didn't really know what to expect. You knew you had a new running back. You knew you had drafted a couple wide receivers. You knew your tight end was good. But it's like, wait, if Trey Tucker is good, now we've got a couple weapons on the outside. Now we've got our rookies that are coming in as well. We actually have not only wide receivers, but we have actually a little bit of depth there as well. And it allows the rookie receivers to develop because always remember this, and you can point to numerous people, but Amon-Ra St. Brown, absolute stud. It took him 8 games his rookie year to even do anything. I remember being like, what is it? We drafted this dude in the 4th round. He sucks. I was wrong. I'm an idiot. He's unbelievable, but he's just a rookie. It takes time. So to have Trey Tucker, that's awesome. Okay, good news number 3. More and more things come out as you watch, but lately this latest article talked about how Brock Bowers and compared him to other greats that we don't know if they could have been great. Basically what happened was these guys that have immense talent that get put in a bad situation. Brock Bowers was in a bad situation last year and still was unbelievable. Bad coach, bad quarterback, and still you could see like this dude's unreal. And so now before his career gets derailed, before he loses confidence, before any of that happens, he gets Geno Smith and Pete Carroll. This is great news because Geno Smith needs Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers needs Geno Smith. To have each other, you're going to see something awesome along with Chip Kelly, Pete Carroll. This is how it works in the NFL. If one of those things is off, right? You're Geno Smith, but you just don't have that go-to guy, that's tough. You're Brock Bowers, but you don't have a quarterback that can get you the ball. Or you're both of these guys, and you don't really have an offensive system. You don't have the weapons. The whole thing, right? It's just, it all comes together. That's why football, one of the reasons football is so popular, it's a complementary sport. Yes, there's 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense. You don't play, offense and defense aren't out there together, like on your same team, right? But you complement each other. Offense is trying to, you get it. You know how football works. That's why it's so cool. It's such a team sport. And so the good news is Brock Bowers, Geno Smith together. This article is just so spot on about it. And it's like, man, I never really thought about that when you think about Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown. For Geno Smith, he never had the guy. He had DK Metcalf, which, come on. Look, DK Metcalf, like, who cares? We're not fans of him as Lions fans, as Raiders fans. We don't care about him. But what we do know is, like, yeah, just really wasn't the guy. Specimen looked solid and had some things, but it's just like, is he the absolute guy? No. So Geno Smith gets his guy. And Brock Bowers, we know, just has not had a quarterback. So Brock Bowers, it would appear that the two of them have pretty good chemistry already because, as we know from all reports on site, every day at Cameron, those kinds of plays just happen between them at practice. They're already making things happen. Like I said, reports constantly all throughout OTAs, mini camp, training camp. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's looking good. Brock Bowers. And it's like, well, that's because Geno Smith. Geno Smith looks good because Brock Bowers. It goes together. So love all that. Now you take this over and you take this to the offensive depth chart, and you're just like, okay, Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, solid. Then you've got a couple of rookies that you can throw in there, a couple free agents possibly at the wide receiver position to just kind of round that out and give you depth. Offensive line, to be determined, but not terrible. You look around the league, and there's a handful of teams that's just like, man, you don't have an offensive line. It's going to be really hard. You've got rookies, you've got depth, you've got options. Offensive line, you've stayed relatively healthy. Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, forget about him, right? Everyone just kind of glosses over him. Great tight ends, a couple of free agents that you brought in, and then Geno Smith, and then, of course, your stud running back. Defensively, Max Crosby is just, he makes, you could almost, like, spend all the time talking about him when you talk about the defense, just because he's such a disruptor that it makes things happen. Then you see all these orange here. This is people that you acquired via trade or free agency. That's 6 new players, starting players. So it's just a massive what if, which is fun, and that's what you want because you weren't good last year. So it's like, give me some. I would not be comfortable if this was all the same guys. Give me something different. Give me something new. That's what I'm all for that. So again, Trey Tucker not playing the starters, and then again, this is awesome to know that Brock Bowers, Geno Smith, changeover on the whole thing in a fun division. It is a tough division, but it's fun. Like, let's have good teams. Let's play. We're the team. If you're like, as a Raiders fan, we're the team everyone's circled like, oh, so you're going to win that. Well, not anymore. You know, you got to come play us, and I love that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see all of you on the next one.